Hi everyone, welcome back to Nails by Sora. It's been a while since I've really had the creative energy to sit down and just play with nail designs. I've been doing my own nails, of course. I've been posting and uploading those every Monday, sometimes Thursdays. But to just sit down and, come up with an idea or to try to replicate something that I've seen somewhere else online, I haven't really been motivated. So I'm hoping that this set will give me that motivation and help me keep it moving forward. I don't know exactly why. I don't think it's necessarily a creative block, but just changing jobs and having my schedule kind of all over the place. I just, having trouble having the energy to do anything but come home and sit on the couch and stare at the TV. But I welcome you here. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you enjoy watching me do this set. I'm going to take you all through it, but if you can take a moment and hit that subscribe button and give me a like, I really appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions going through this video, please leave it down in the comment section below. And we're just going to jump right on into it. So as the title suggests, I am using alcohol inks, and it kind of started with, well, not kind of, it did start with one of the challenges from Blue Nails Group. This week it's about tie-dye effect and adding dried flowers, and it didn't really come out looking like tie-dye at all. It's straight up marbling, which is fine. I absolutely love the way these nails turned out. And it actually inspired the set that I'm wearing right now, which will be up in a week or so from this video. But I'm just going, what I did first of all was I used a color by Madame Glam called White Lace as the background color, and then I did a matte top coat on top. When you're using alcohol inks, you want a matte surface, something that's porous, that's going to soak up that color as your base. Because if you use a glossy top coat, it's just going to slide right off. It's not going to really soak up into the nail, which is what you want. And then despite the fact that it's called alcohol inks, what you want to use to disperse it and alter the way it appears on the nail is acetone. Because acetone is going to remove some of that color. It's going to kind of add like a water marking or water staining effect to it, where the color bleeds and creates stronger edging and fading around the center, or however you choose to alter it as you move the acetone around the nail. And I apologize, the focus is kind of going in and out. I didn't set up the camera properly, but you can really see what I'm getting at, where I'm just dropping the color in random placement, and then I'm using a watercolor brush with some acetone to really move it around the nail. And what I love about alcohol inks is it really allows you to be truly, I guess, what's the word? Spontaneous with the design, where it's completely unplanned. You're letting the ink move around however it wants, and then you can adjust it in a certain manner. That really didn't explain it well at all, but I'm using a combination of two different brands. I'm using Marble Queen by Dime Nails, and I'm using Inkies by Magpie Beauty. And I love both brands are absolutely fantastic. I do actually have to get a few more colors, something a little bit brighter that's going to stand out a little bit more. I love this orange by Magpie Beauty, but otherwise I find the colors I have are somewhat muted, and I want something a little bit brighter. I'm just using the brush to tap on some acetone to try to get like a splatter effect. And now I'm going in and I'm pushing the color and creating harsher lines and kind of kind of fading it out in places where I want a little bit less pigment. I do find though that the white by Magpie Beauty, I don't know if it's specific of white in general when it comes to alcohol inks or if it's just the brand, but I find it really makes the color mottled. It doesn't really add that white veining that I generally look for. It just kind of makes it muddy. So what you can do in that regard, and what I may try on the next set that I do with alcohol inks, is once I get to a certain design that I like, put another base coat on top of it, mattify it, and then go in with the white on top of it to create the veining that I like. Or I can go in and create the veining with gel pigment. That way I can be a little bit more specific and planned with it, versus trying to float it on and coach it with the alcohol inks. But I'm going to let the rest of this play out because it's basically all the same technique on 3 different nails, laying down the color, spreading it around with the alcohol, and just creating as random of a design as I can. So part of the challenge with this, with these design cards that were picked for the challenge, was to use black in the design. So I decided to go in with this shading gel, and I wasn't really sure how it was going to work out. I haven't used it yet, but it's by Nails by Dev, and it's specifically for creating shading in caricature designs. And I wasn't sure how pigmented it was going to be, how dark. I was really looking for something that I could spread easily and kind of fade out, and this performed perfectly. I can't wait to use it in some of my caricature designs, but I just wanted to go in and kind of create like a shadowing effect on some of the lines in the marbling and make it look like it had some depth, and this really came through. So now we come to the third part of the design challenge, which was to use dried flowers. And what I found easiest to get them to really adhere and mold to the nail is to coat them liberally in a thick viscous gel, which is generally Builder Gel. So this is Builder Gel by DGel. I've coated the nail with a thin layer of it, and I've also coated the dried flower in it. I'm just going to place it on top of the nail and gently press it down so that it sticks to the surface and cure it. Then I'm going to put another layer of Builder Gel on top of it to completely encapsulate it and finish off the nail with a base coat and top coat. So that's going to finish off this video. I did have to do some surface filing and smoothing to get rid of some of the flowers, the edging that was sticking up from the flowers. But I absolutely love the way these came out. I think the challenge, if you're ever struggling to come up with ideas, go in search of design challenges and they'll be a great help. If you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video.